Greetings, everyone. This is Coach Rena Nicole, COO of Sankofa's Naturals. We are a startup herb business, and I am here for week 2 of our herb therapy classes. Today, the subject will be cold and flu herbs that you can take at home to combat the flu and colds, and also remedies as well. So I hope you have your pen and your paper and get ready for all of this. I want to apologize. Okay. So firstly, when you think of a cold and the flu season, you always want to say vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C. And so many people, like as myself, I'm a vegan, but so many people are always loaded up on B12. As melanated beings, sometimes like when the winter comes, we're not getting as much as we need in our skin, like vitamin D and different things like that. So when you are going through the colder months, it's easier for us to be susceptible to a virus, especially if we're not eating right, we're not on a herb regimen, and we're not eating correctly and adequately. Because you can eat correctly and still not eat enough. You know what I mean? It still leaves you open to, illness, because the mucus will still build up if you're not eating often, you're not flushing, you're not drinking water. All these things still matter. No matter what you're here for, no matter what information you want to take, you must always have your gallon of water a day. You need to always have herbs in your system every single day. I say herbs over vitamins any day, because herbs usually supply you with the vitamins that you need for yourself. So vitamin-rich seafoods, they're full like of vitamin C, and most people who like are in pain or anything, like their symptoms do decrease when they take vitamin C, like eating more things with vitamin C in it. We guys think like oranges. Oranges are an amazing fruit for you. There's this post we actually posted on our Facebook page where the oranges are green, and people are like, oh wow, I never seen that before. They're orange in America, but they're green. You know what I'm saying? So it takes that long to get here that they turn orange, and they're super great for anyone who's looking for an extra amount of vitamin C. They always say apple a day keeps the doctor away, an orange a day keeps the flu away. Like you want to have your immune system built up to a certain amount, to a certain extent anyway. So let's go. Okie dokie. Now, the number one herb to me is the elderberry. And I'm speaking from experience that I have with my own family, with my own clients. Elderberry is a powerhouse. It's a super herb. Everybody was going crazy over the pomegranate. No, not pomegranate. What was it called? I even went crazy over it. It was the purple fruit, and we were all going crazy. Acai berry. Acai berry. That's what it was called. We were all going crazy over acai berry a few years back. And elderberry is a powerhouse. It's such a powerhouse that now they have it, commercialized. They have cough syrup for children with elderberry. And my whole thing with that is to not use it because it's so full of sugar. It's so full of sugar that is it really helping your child, or is it helping keep the mucus in their body? You know what I'm saying? And bring it down the fever for a little while. So your best bet is to buy some elderberry, the herb, and put it in a pot and let it simmer with some water, until it starts to get thicker. You know what I mean? And you can leave the herb in there. You can add some honey in. You can add some sage in. You can add whatever you want to add in that you think that's going to soothe your child or yourself, and make some syrup, some cough syrup. So it's always your best bet to go fresh, to go organic, to go right to the source of the elderberry where you can actually touch it and smell it. I did want to have my herbs sitting out and smell it and show you guys different herbs, but I just thought it would be awkward because it's like 3 different devices sitting here on this desk, and it's definitely not any room for a bunch of herbs to be sitting out. So I'll try to think of a new way where I can show you what the herbs actually look like in person for next week. And then you guys will be able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's so imperative that we do keep that in mind, that everything needs to be fresh and organic. Okay. So elderberries contain anthoxanidins, which are chemical compounds that have immunostimulant effects. A randomized, double-blinded, placebo-controlled study, it finds like blah, blah, blah about how it breaks down the cell and the mucus around it, but I just want you to know that it's safe for everyone to use. It's effective used for influenza. A lot of people use it for HIV. A lot of people use it for AIDS. That's how powerful this herb is. And it's not a gimmick because I'm not trying to sell you anything, so it's extremely powerful. And it's important that you know that elderberry is a powerhouse herb that you can just drink some elderberry tea at night. And they do have like sleepy time teas, and they do have all these other kind of teas. But like I said before, I recommend that you go to the source where you can actually see the elderberry in your hand and it's not processed through anything like that. You know what I mean? So you can know what you're getting, and you can know that's even more potent. Elderberry is a bitter herb. It's very bitter. Children don't like it, but they still have to take the cough syrup. They don't have a choice. Just like adults, that's why I try not to stay sick, because I don't want to take elderberry. So I just take it a few times, out the month, drink some tea and just call it a day and keep it moving, because it's very bitter. It's a bitter herb. Like we discussed before, vitamin D was the next one. Ginger. Greetings. Okay. Ginger is the next one. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. So ginger is the next herb that we're going to be using.
Hello.
Oh, greetings. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. I can't see you, but I know you're there, so that's okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I already went over a few herbs. If you want me to go backwards, I can, because I just started. I had started a little bit late today. So I can go back over those herbs. I only went over elderberry and vitamin D. That's the only two I went over, and I'm just getting to ginger just now. This week we're going to be covering cold and flu precautionary measures and the herbs that you should be taking all year long, so you don't get the flu, things that help you build up your immune system. And I was speaking on how vitamin D is on there, but we don't necessarily recommend taking vitamin D supplements. We just recommend eating the right foods and stuff like that, so you can have that in your system, and trying to get as much sun exposure as you can before the winter months come in full effect. But eating right, having your juicing and stuff like that, lack of sugar and different things like that. Lack of genetically modified sugar. Excuse me, I had to rephrase that, because you need healthy sugars in your body, of course. Like with fruit and vegetables, they can give you healthy sugars, of course. And some particular herbs. So right now we're going to move on to ginger. Ginger, it reduces pain and inflammation. You can use ginger for anything. You can just take ginger, slice it. You can put it in the oven, make it as a snack, put some agave on it, and it's really good, especially like if you're on a road trip or anything like that, or if you fly a lot, dehydrated. It's just something good to have in your pocketbook. Like some people carry peppermints, you can carry ginger slices, in a little tiny baggie. It's really good to have. And people need to actually take them as something if they are sick, they should take ginger. If they are not sick, they should take ginger. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know, if you have any questions, you can just ask me. You don't have to wait till I'm done talking or anything, because this is supposed to be interactive, so you can ask me, and I won't think you're being rude.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I do recommend putting ginger in juices, homemade meals, if you can. Like, I'm a raw vegan, but if you're not a vegan, you can throw it inside some chicken, make some ginger chicken, even though I don't like saying that to you. But, I'm very understanding. I'm very understanding that people, like, everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Some rich ginger tea and some green tea, you can mix that up like it's an antioxidant. And it's just so imperative that you can use that. Now, it's another one. It's in my notes. I had it on our live stream the day before yesterday, and I had some Thai basil. That's THAI basil with a marigold for a cold. Because it reduces so much inflammation. Basil is so good for you. You can actually grind dry basil up, grind it, and put it into a face mask and different things like that. Like if you have like puffy eyes or something like that, and make sure you put it on your face every day. just a lot of different things that contribute to basil inhaling, you know, and it grows like a weed. It grows really fast and it grows really tall, you know. So that's another thing that's important. And I was just only saying that because in my notes to say that you can mix that with the ginger root, like put it in a pot and let it boil. And these things you can find right in the supermarket if you're not growing any yourself. Now, some people take probiotics. Have you ever heard of probiotics before?
Yes, my doctor recommended that I take them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have ginger. That's a staple in my house.
Mm-hmm.
But and I make the tea. I put it in smoothies. But I didn't know that you can eat it as a snack. Put it in the oven. You know
Oh yeah,
that's good.
definitely, definitely. I tell my clients how to prepare it. I don't know if you have your pen or not, but you also, this video is gonna be up on YouTube so you can rewatch it.
Okay.
Take the ginger, you clean it, of course. Take the skin off. You can boil it a little tiny bit if you want to, but I don't even recommend it. I just recommend slicing it. Like get a cookie sheet, a cookie pan. Put the
Right.
if you don't have a dehydrator, you're gonna be putting the oven on like 150 or 160. Okay. And you
Okay.
can put, like, if you like honey, you can put honey on it. I use agave for my children and for myself.
I
That's
have
one thing.
that.
That's the one thing I do use agave on is my ginger snacks. You know, I like them to be a little bit sweet. And sometimes I put cayenne pepper on them because I like everything to be spicy in my mouth because I'm a raw vegan. Um, but you can put that on there and you can put it in the oven. I say about an hour at the most, but you're gonna be flipping it over. And when it gets to like, it looks like not like a gummy bear, but it's gonna look like with the consistency of that, you know, then like, okay, it's ready. And you don't have to
Okay.
slice them thin. You can slice them in squares. You can slice them however we can get real fancy with it because it's gonna dehydrate the same way. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's really, really good for you because it's just like you're okay. I took my dose of ginger today, just like you're taking your herbs every day. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
wow. Okay.
Mhm. Right. All of my clients know that regimen. Yes, I tell them please slice up your ginger because they sell it at Trader Joe's for $2 in a bag, and it's really good. Like if I'm in a place with them and they're just fussing with me in the store, I'll just buy it and just open it up in the store and then pay for it when I get to the counter. Like here, just eat the ginger instead of giving them some candy or something. You know.
Oh, that's so good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, because like my whole thing is like you see moms just opening up bags of chips and stuff. I'm like, no, here, take this ginger because it takes like it's ginger, you got to chew it, so it take you a while. By the time you finish chewing that, we're gonna be at the counter. So, you know, it's just so important to have those herbs. Now, echinacea is another herb that's a powerhouse herb. People use it for cold sores. You can take echinacea and mix it in with coconut oil. You can mix it in with lemon, make some lip balm. It takes like 5 minutes to make lip balm with echinacea, that fast. Same thing with elderberry, same thing with ginger. Well, it don't take 5 minutes with ginger because it has to dehydrate from like at least a day or two to get the consistency that you need for some lip balm for ginger. But what I'm saying is a lot of these herbs, you can take them and use them in your daily life to prevent things. Like if you know you always get cold sores, then your best bet is to eat more elderberry and drink more water. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So
whatever,
how else can you consume the elderberry?
you can consume it every day, but it's since I'm not your herbalist, the recommendation if you Google it, it's just going to tell you 250 mmg, 250 milligrams per day.
Okay. Can you
That's
put it in smoothies or can you
yeah.
make tea with it?
It's really bitter though. I want to remind you of that. It's really extremely bitter. Elderberry is a
Okay.
herb. Elderberry is a herb that kills HIV and AIDS as well. It's that powerful. Yeah. I have a video up of my daughter when she had the flu last year. Her father sent her home to me, and she was just so red. I'm like, what's wrong with her? And she just had this faint cough, and she just kept on laying on me. And I'm like, okay, I think she might have the flu. You know how your antennas go up, like,
Right. Right.
I think somebody has the flu because and then she's like, I'm just sick. I'm like, okay, so we're not going to go through the throw up phase of the flu. So I ran in the kitchen, got my elderberry, made her some cough syrup, and she was crying. She wanted Motrin. I said, girl, you're not getting no sugar-filled Motrin for children. It's full of sugar. And the first thing they do after they take it, they lay down, they fall asleep, they wake up throwing up, because it's not doing what it needs to do. It's full of sugar, and it makes them sleep, you know. So I gave her that, and by the next day, her fever was gone. She was still having body aches for like the next 3 days, but that fever stayed gone, and she didn't throw up at all. So yeah,
Wow.
it's that powerful. And the only thing I put in it was honey and sage. Yep,
Okay. You boiled it?
I boiled it. Yes, I put 1 quart of water to what size pot did I use? I can't think of the size. I mean, like a 4 quart pot, maybe 4 quart,
Right.
4 quart pot, right? Um, And no, it wasn't a 4 quart pot. It was a 2 quart pot because it wasn't that big. So I used 1 quart water because there was a lot of space in it. And I put about 5 tablespoons of elderberry inside. So I put
Okay.
put 5 tablespoons of elderberry inside. I put about 8 spoons of honey. That's raw honey, organic honey, like straight from the bees, which is raw. It's real, extremely thick. It's like it doesn't drip at all. That's how you know when it's
Okay.
raw, because it doesn't drip. You can just put your finger in and it just sticks to your finger. But once it
Okay.
start warming up on your finger, it'll start dripping. But you shouldn't have it in your hand that long. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. And I also rub honey on her lips as well before I gave it to her for some reason, because it's so nasty. They don't like it. They don't like the way it tastes. It's really bitter. And it came through the honey. Now, if your elderberry cough syrup is a little sweet, I would say that it's not going to do the job as fast as it should, but everybody makes theirs differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't make mine sweet. I'm a bitter person. My children are like, that's not fair. We're not bitter people. I'm like, okay, but I'm the mother. So, you know, you don't really have a choice to be a sweet person.
Yeah.
Giving you bitter herbs, because I want them to know that everything in life ain't sweet, you know?
Yeah.
But back to echinacea. Echinacea is another herb that you can use. It's good for cold sores. It's good for colds. It's good for whooping cough. It's good for a lot of things. That's another super herb. And I don't know if you know how to spell it or not. I have another thing. I apologize. I have another screen up. That's why I'm looking over here. It got stuck. It keep on getting stuck. I apologize. It has
That's okay.
has my notes on it. That's why I keep on looking over, because I'm trying to read them and look in the camera. But I'm not going to pretend like I'm not trying to read right now, because that's what I'm really doing when I'm talking to you. You have any questions for me while I pull this information up?
Yeah. How do you go back and pull this video up? You know,
Oh,
after it's
so I'm going to put it on YouTube. I think you can find me on YouTube under the Love Experiences at gmail.com. But if you follow any of my social media pages, it's a link. It's in my bio, like on Instagram. I don't know how you found this tonight, and you could click
yeah,
it.
it was in my email, and I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I emailed it to you?
Well, somebody. Hmm.
That's dope.
And so it said
Sorry
something
for
about
sounding like
the
that.
the interactive uh thing through for herbs, and I'm a vegetarian,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
trying to I'm going for the raw vegan,
Oh, okay. That's
so
fire. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a
So
raw vegan.
how long have you been raw vegan?
Almost 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost 5 years. Only thing about, I'm a biomineral vegan, so with that, like sometimes, like in the wintertime, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to eat regular alkaline vegan foods and not be raw for a couple months and stuff like that. You know,
Hmm.
and that usually, like, that's when my body, like my face will break out and I start feeling more tired and lethargic. That's because mucus is building up in my body and I'll gain weight and stuff like that. So my weight has gone up and down. But it's consistent. I mean, so I feel the healthiest I ever felt my entire life being a raw vegan. Yes.
That's what I was
I
going
was
to
in
ask
and out
you.
of the hospital a lot. I was in and
Okay.
out of hospital a lot from the time I was 19 up until 2000 and dang, that was a long period. It was a long time that I was in and out of the hospital for just like extremely bad things. And it's like, where is this coming from? And I never articulated it to the stuff I was putting in my body, because I come from a Southern family. So everything's fried and stuff like that, you know? Um,
Yeah.
and now that I have the information is power. It's power, you know? And if you had
Yeah.
information, share it, you know? And I always felt like, when people wanted to heal, they would heal themselves. And it's like, well, how am I a healer saying it? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody had to tell me so I can heal myself, you know? So I just came up with the idea to share every Friday. So, I mean, to me, it's good. But I'm going to tell you how to spell echinacea. So I don't know if you're writing anything down or not. But
Yeah. I can
that's
write it down.
that's ECHINACEA. Um, like I said before, it's it helps with viral and bacterial infections. And it's a treatment for like cold and flu. You put it in a tincture, you can put it in tea, you can put it in a capsule form. And people always ask me, do you sell the capsules? Do you sell the capsules? No, I don't right now, but they have capsule machines on eBay for like $12. You know,
So
and
is it better to buy the is it a herb or is it a powder or what?
it's an herb, but you can turn it into a powder. You know,
Okay.
you can do so much with echinacea. You can do so much with every herb. And the idea with echinacea, how I would take it, I would put it in my tea. That's what, you know, if I was to take it, I don't take echinacea though. I take other things that would do the same job as echinacea, but it's a lot more to me, it's more alkaline, and so I take those herbs. But echinacea is an herb that I give to my children, so it works for them as well. So I would take it in a pill form if I was an adult, or I would take it in tea form if I was an adult. With children, you just gotta wait. Like, okay, you just give them whatever you give them, and they take it.
Yeah.
So it's really that simple. Like, when it comes to medicine, children are not really hyped up about that. So you just have to make a decision and go with it. That's how I would use that. Not just give them things and make them unhappy. Just like any decision you have that you're making for your family, just be consistent in it and be confident in it. Anything decision you have for yourself, just be consistent with it and be confident in it. Now, if you take any of these herbs and you feel like they're not working, you're not drinking enough water. Is that plain and simple?
Oh, wow.
Yep. Because we have so many people say, "Oh, that stuff don't work. It's just pseudo knowledge." And I said, "Well, were you drinking water every day?" No, I don't like water. I said, "Well, you don't like to heal yourself then, because you're just dumping a bunch of herbs in your body and you're not helping the herbs work, do their magic to flush things out of you." So a gallon a day is recommended for you to drink natural spring water at that, because you don't want to drink anything with fluoride in it. Then you forcing your herbs to do overtime, working to do other things they shouldn't have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To take that out of your body. And the idea of having our bodies, people say you only live once. I say, yeah, but the idea is not to overwork our bodies all the time. It's not to just dump stuff in our body just because we only live once, And right now we're living in a quick fix society where everybody wants to do a yoni steam. Everybody wants to do a yoni pearl. Everybody wants to do a detox. Everybody wants to do this and that. I'm saying, why don't you just eat right? You won't have to do none of that stuff. They said, oh, Nicole, you're crazy. I said, no, because a yoni steam is herbs. And if you put the herbs in your body, it comes out of your yoni.
Yeah.
You put it in, it comes right out of there. So it has to come in there and it has to marinate and it comes right through you. So it's no difference between pushing up in you and pushing it out of you. You get what I'm saying? Unless you have an ailment that you need to use it for. And that's a whole nother story. And I do have a blog for that as well. I'm going to list everything in the chat so you can have it before we get out of here. So let's move to some more herbs. Any other questions you have for me?
Now, I know you already did the vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be taking the vitamin D pills, but I hate taking so many pills, So what are some of the foods that you could get vitamin D from without having to take all those pills?
That one is hard because, well, it's not that hard. My whole thing is that as a raw vegan, people take probiotics, people take supplements and B12. They take all kinds of things to get like certain levels of vitamin D inside their body. So I recommend that you stay with your green leaves. I recommend that you get your iron up, because it sounds like your iron not up if you're taking a lot of pills. Can I ask you, what are you taking the pills for?
The vitamin D?
No.
I take a blood pressure pill, and I take a water pill.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of swelling. I have lymphedema in my legs. All that come from inflammation. And my problem is I don't eat meat, but I still eat the sweets and stuff. I'm trying to get away from that, and I know that that's not good, because when I stop, I feel so much better, and then I start back. So I don't know, but I did buy some iron pills.
Mm-hmm.
They are vegan.
Okay, so I have a question for you. How much water do you drink a day?
Well, me and my coworkers had a challenge going for a half a gallon a day. So, I don't drink maybe a half a gallon a day.
Okay, so your idea is to get, like, I don't know if you go to any of those stores like Ross, Marshall, anything. They have these quarts, water jugs, quarts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to get 4 of them. Get 4 of them, fill them up every night with natural spring water, and take them to work with you. Take 2 to work with you and leave 2 at home. So your idea is to drink 2 while you're at work. The whole time you're there, you're going to be getting up to go to the bathroom, and that's okay, because you're flushing your system out, and it's going to make the swelling and everything go down. The more consistent you are with it, and you won't have to take your water pills eventually once you continue to get on this regimen of drinking water. When you don't drink water, your body goes into panic mode, so it starts to swell. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we gain weight, because our thyroid gland, this is our thyroid gland here I actually just did a blog on that about the importance of keeping the thyroid health healthy and stuff like that. Now, as with me, I can't recommend too many herbs to you because it sounds like you are on medicines that's going to save your life because
Yeah.
you are not doing what, like, you are trying to do what you need to do now, but at a time it was a period where you weren't doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, if you want to DM me or email me in private, then we can talk about that, like if you need a consultation or anything. But burdock root is a good herb to take, but you have to ask your doctor, can you take it before you
Okay.
do? Because I don't
Okay.
know what kind of high blood pressure medicine you want, and I don't want it to pull that medicine out of your body.
Okay.
But you can start taking hibiscus tea because that's going to help a lot with your blood pressure. If you take that every day and drink your water every day, that's going to help a lot with blood pressure, with inflammation. Hibiscus tea is something safe to take if you having diabetes because excuse me, high blood pressure, because high blood pressure is the step before you get to diabetes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on the you
You
know,
don't you don't want
right.
that. You don't want those kind
Yeah.
of things in your life.
And see that with my eating habit, I'm not doing well because I was controlling it with my diet.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell the hibiscus?
HIBIS. Hold on, because I CUS. I believe that's how you spell it, but I like to make sure. I have another
Okay.
device here. I'm sorry.
Do they come in tea leaves?
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's called sorrel. Sorrel too. Like if you go on the ethnic food aisles, you can find them and like the seasonings hanging up, and it costs like 99 cents. And just get like 10 of them and take them home, put them in a mason jar or something like that. Um, HIBISCUS. I was right.
okay.
I just like to make sure I'm right. Or if you go to the Home Depot and you see a hibiscus plant, you could buy it and let it keep on growing in your yard and take the leaves off and just throw it in the water. You know, I grow my own herbs and stuff like that as much as we can. So it's like it's better when you buy it yourself and grow it yourself. It's
Oh,
always better because you know where it's coming from. It's not nobody didn't pee on it, nobody didn't spit on it and dried it
yeah.
and like that.
Right.
I hate to sound like that kind of person, but I am that kind of person. I'm real, not paranoid, but it's real important to know where your food is coming from. It's so important. Um, I believe that you are on the right track, and I'm very proud of you because leaving meat alone and becoming a vegetarian is a power move for you. So I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you. You're welcome. So the next step you need to do, I don't know how a fast would work for you, but like I said, you could talk to your doctor, and if you decide you need to do a consultation with me, then you can contact me, and we'll go from there. You know,
Okay.
but my job is to work with doctors, not against them, especially if someone has something else going on.
Right.
But I know those 3 steps right there, the hibiscus, if you ask your doctor it's okay to take burdock root, then you can start taking that and drinking your gallon of water a day. And your body, if you do that for a week straight, you're going to notice a complete change. Oh yeah, and then you drop that cheese for a week. Just drop it for a week. Drop cheese, drop milk for 1 week.
And sugar. Yeah, because I drink coffee. I had stopped.
Oh.
And coffee,
Oh, you're killing me here. Okay.
I know. And the thing about it is I do a lot of sugar with the coffee. So,
Oh yeah, we need to cut that. We need to cut that right out. You know something? When you like, if you can't go on a fast, and me and you talk later on, if you can go on a fast, it's something that teaches you about yourself. Even if you can just do like a half a day fast for like 3 days straight, you don't eat in the morning time, but you eat at night. You know what I'm saying? You eat at lunchtime. So,
hmm
but in the morning time, you just drink you a nice smoothie with some sea moss in it. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
Or a nice juice with some sea moss in it, to curb that sweetness because it's fresh fruit. So it's going to give you that sweet tooth. It's going to hit that sweet spot where you need to hit it at. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard of sea moss.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, oh yeah. Like that's why I said if you talk to your doctor and tell your doctor that you're thinking about taking sea moss, burdock root, he can like, who was you talking to? Put me out of business. But if you talk to your doctor like, hey, I talked to this herbalist, and these are some things I want to take in my step to healing myself. Because like I'm not looking for a cure in these pills because these pills not working for me. I'm still in pain. I'm still inflamed. I'm still swollen. I want to
yeah.
try these steps. What do you think? But you can take sea moss. Just don't take it in big forms. Like, take a little bit, soak it, put it in your juice and stuff like that. And like I said, just give yourself a chance. Try it for a week straight. You know,
Okay.
but you are a person that cannot go without food because you're on high blood pressure medicine. So you cannot do no fasting for no whole day or nothing like that. If you
Yeah. I tried that and I
yeah,
got kind
you
of
got
sick.
weak.
Yes.
You cannot do that. So you
Okay.
have to be extremely careful with yourself. And this is why I say that it's extremely important to know who you get your information from. Because somebody
Yeah.
see like, oh, she's sick. I see dollar signs. Like, no, my sister is here and she needs some help. So I'm going to guide her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if people done it for me, so I'm trying my best to help others. You know, this is new for me because I don't necessarily. I only deal with my clients and post some random things sometimes, but sharing like this on this level is new for me. So I hope that you remain receptive to me.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want you to know, like, you're not the only person. Like, okay, it's new for me too, sharing in this way. Okay, so you said vitamin D. Oh, that's my phone dying. I apologize.
That's okay.
Gee whiz and cheese crackers.
So
Computer.
do you do all your classes or your consultations online?
I'm
Are you
in,
where are you located?
I'm in Philadelphia. We don't have a brick
Okay.
and mortar yet because we're a startup, and I'm looking to have my restaurant open, but I want to have my herb business like right in the vicinity of the restaurant or cafe. So I know that's like a huge move that we're trying to make, but we're gonna do it.
Okay.
It's been it's in the process of like manifesting and getting everything down to the detail, and it's not easy. But I see it as though a restaurant is going to provide food. It's not going to leave you with the itis, but it's going to be food that leave you feeling liberated. You know, there's no stamp on our forehead because Black people have to eat soul food. There's no stamp on our forehead that says everything we had to put in our body is death. You know what I'm saying? We can eat something that feel really amazing about ourselves when we leave from eating it. You know what I mean? So that's my mission, is to incorporate herbs, like incorporate cannabis, oil, and different things like that into the food where people leave feeling healed. You know, leave feeling like their heart is warmed up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I wish I was near you,
no,
so
a lot of my clients are not in Philadelphia. So
yeah.
yeah, they're not in Philadelphia, and that's crazy because it's like they're all over.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
in
have
Atlanta.
international clients yet. I don't have any international ones yet, but
Okay.
I do have things that I offer to my clients, like Skyping and different things inside their plans that they order from me. So, like I said before, that's another whole nother thing that we can talk about on the side because I don't
Okay.
broadcast that, so everybody can take ideas and stuff.
Okay.
But no, just realize that once you contact me, it will be, excuse me, a plan that we're creating with your doctor. You know, so
Okay.
we can get you to your goals and get you off medicine. You know, is that one of your goals?
It is.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, because everything I have can be reversed.
Right, it
The
definitely
blood
can.
pressure. Yeah, you know
If you
the
decide to go vegan, if you decide to go raw vegan for 1 week, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna notice. You're gonna feel. First of all, you're gonna feel like a whole new woman. And it's like when you, okay, by day 4, most of my clients is on a fast. They like their eyes get whiter, their color, their pee doesn't have any color. You know, it's different things, and they just like, oh my god, I have all this energy. I haven't eaten anything, but you can't do that. But I'm just giving you an example. Like I feel amazing. My
right.
skin is glowing, honey child. That's what they always call me. I'm like this. What? You know, I might get like an early morning text and it's like a thread of texts telling them how much they love me because their skin is glowing. I'm like, yo, well, my face broke out yesterday. You know, so like, give me some of that. You know, um, it's just a bit. It's been a different experience. Even the brothers, like they'll be like, you know what, Nicole. You know, I feel great. I feel great. I've been standing up at work all day. My knees don't hurt. My legs don't hurt. You know, I feel like I have energy. The inflammation is not there anymore. You know, so everybody comes with a different reason. So don't ever feel like bad about yourself or nothing like that. Feel proud of yourself. You know, I always tell people when you make a step in the right direction, it's a step that you're taking for your life. You're fighting for yourself. So I'm
Yeah.
proud of you again. Um,
Thank you.
also, obviously, I'm a life coach. Obviously, obviously, I'm just like I know you're like who asked her all that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Listen, they say treat people how you want to be treated. That's how I would love people to talk to me every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm pulling up some information for you right now, and it's so many different reasons why people go like excuse me. It's so many different reasons why people are vegans. You know, the whole vanity of veganism right now. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Hmm. But I feel like that it's a necessary thing so we can start healing ourselves. If that's the only way we're going to heal ourselves from disease and stuff like that, then I say go vegan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
it's no need to even fight it anymore. There's no need to fight it anymore. I'm looking right now. What's your age, if you don't mind?
59.
Okie dokie. So you would take 600. You would take 15 mcgs of vitamin D a day if you are taking those pills. So I don't know what the mcg on your pill is, but that's how much you will be taking.
How
So
many? 50?
15. Mm. I'm not prescribing you anything. I'm just telling you the recommended doses. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm
Well,
not giving you that
she
information.
told me to get them over the counter. Mhm.
Yeah, your best bet. I don't know where do you stay at?
Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. It's got to be a herb store. You might want to Google herb.
It is. It's a lot of them.
Yes, so that's where you want
Yeah.
to go. That's where you want to go.
Okay.
You want to feel loved and cared about, and making sure nobody not trying to kill you. I will go to a herb store
Okay.
because they do have vitamin D supplements in the herb store as well. Um, and right now we're just working with what you already have. We're not going to just give you some random things. I'm just trying to make sure that you're taking what you need to take, the recommended doses. 15 mcg for a female that's 51 to 70 years old. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the older you are, the higher it get. It doesn't hit to 20 mcgs until you're 70. So we're all on the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And when you're a baby, it's 10, 0 to 12 months. After that, it's always 15 mcgs for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really change, but that's why we always say like eating certain foods. They always put milk. My whole thing, milk is mucus. Some people might refute that, and say, okay, well, if you have raw milk, then it's not the same because you're pulling everything out of it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. I've never seen a cow breastfeeding a human, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And I hate to put that thought in your head, but that's the thought of when you eat your cheese and stuff. Have you ever breastfed on a cow? No, right?
No, that's
Okay.
true.
All right.
Hmm.
So that was the vitamin D info, and I hope that you have that. But you're gonna be able to watch this again. Um. Okay. So other things you can do for precautionary measures to get back to it is the cough drops. You also can make the cough drops as well. Echinacea. You put some golden seal in it. So right now, I'm going to give you a few remedies. Remedies. I apologize. A few remedies that you can make up for yourself.
Okay.
To combat flu and to make you feel good if you do happen to encounter this virus this season. So one that I like to make for myself is fresh sage. They sell it at the supermarket as well in the section, the fruit and vegetable section, and it's like these
Yeah.
little things like the garlic and stuff like that, and they sell it in the little section.
Yeah.
So
I buy it sometimes. Yeah.
okay, you can get some of that. You can get some fresh sage. If you don't have any hibiscus by then, you can go to the tea aisle and find some hibiscus, some elderberry. What you can do is rip the tea bag open. Rip the tea bag open, okay? And dump everything
Hmm.
in a pot and let it simmer. Down to simmer and put some more water in it. Not all the way to the bottom of the pot, make it feel like this much, like on the pot. And let it
Hmm.
go down to like right here. When you see it get real dark, and put some more water in it, and then add some limes in there. I don't recommend lemon, but if you like lemon, then you can put a little bit of lemon there. I recommend limes instead. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and throw some agave in the tea while it's boiling, and then you can let it cool down and you can fill it up. After you put some in your glass, you can just fill up in one of your containers, like a stainless steel container, and throw it in the fridge for the next day when you can get up and go. Then you can have it cold. It's all about it's all about savoring it. If you have it, if you serve, that'll work even better because you can use it again when you come home the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is like a consistent basis. You're putting these herbs in your body and stuff like that. So that was hibiscus, sage, and elderberry. That was one. That was one right there. Okay.
Okay.
The next one that I like to take that actually works for me, um, I put the olive leaf in there. I put burdock root. I use blue vervain. I don't know if you know how to spell it. That's VERVAIN. The word blue, and that's blue vervain. And yellow dot. I use yellow dot. And I put like a pinch of elderberry, not a lot. And I put like a pinch of red clover. I mean, like, why is she putting all these herbs in her thing? But like if I start to feel like, oh, child might have touched me with the iggly wigglies, sound like, ooh, let me get home.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
love babies. So I love babies. So I'm like, let me get home because I'm starting to feel a little weird. So I get home,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just drink like a little, I call them my tonic bombs. That's what I call them in my tonic bombs. So I'll create a tonic bomb and I'll just drink that and feel lovely, you know. Um, Another one is not really necessarily recommended, but it is like an antiseptic and it's really good for information as well, like with the thyroid glands, you know, because most disease come right here past your thyroid because it's going through your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And the thyroid
Yeah.
is right here. So
Okay.
it's not really, me and my friend had this conversation about it's not boosting testosterone levels in men, lavender, but I swear by lavender and it's amazing. We did this event back in June and it was a free event and I had the tasting out there and everybody loved the yanni tea. Even the men were drinking it. You know what I'm saying? It had everything in it. Like, it was like a bomb tonic tea and they liked this one, but they didn't like the bitter herbs. You know,
Okay.
so the men didn't like the masculine drink, but they loved the one with the lavender in it because it's so relaxing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling icky, always have some lavender in the house. And I don't recommend buying it from a tea bag. I recommend getting it from a herb store or a supplier where it's just, you can just put your hand, like the scoop in it and pour it out and put it in a bag and smell it and see it and know where it's coming from. There's nothing wrong with it in the tea bags, but I've never had lavender in a tea bag before in my life. So I can't even tell you how it tastes. You know, never. So it's nothing against that. I'm just saying, like, if you can find a place where you can get it fresh, then I rather you get it fresh because it's gonna do more for your body than buying it from the store because it's not as potent.
Okay.
It's just not as potent. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Remember, it can sit in the box for the shelf life is way longer. Is way longer. You know what I'm saying? It just is. So it might have been sitting in that box for a year, and the store still could sell it. And by that time, it's like,
Oh,
okay, well, you know what? How much is it really gonna do
yeah.
for my body? You know, and since herbs are fresh in herb stores, they're always coming and going so quickly. Always. It's always, that's what people go there for. So that's why tea shops are so important. And I don't understand why so many coffee shops. You know? I thought my friend told me I should open up a tea shop. I was like, you should open up a tea shop next to your herb business and not a restaurant because you're always talking about tea every day.
That would be awesome. Oh my goodness.
I thought about it. I was like, you should have a tea shop and put some books in there because you like to read and you like to write things.
Yeah.
That would be cute. You know, I've been wanting
Yeah.
to do it for my daughter because she likes tea and she likes books and stuff. You know, so I think that would be fun for her. So, other than okay, let me give you another tonic to use. You can use the orange. I know you're like, woo, here we go. So you can take the orange, put it in the water, let it boil, let it simmer real good till your house starts smelling like oranges. You can take an orange,
Hmm.
clementine in with it. You can even add a lime with it. You want all that citrus in there. Yes, you do. You want it all in there, you know. And this is something you're going to be taking soon because autumn is here now. Flu season is here. It's here and it's ready. You know, it's already here. So we're like
Hmm.
next week, you can take like 4 oranges or this weekend, boil them in a pot, let them boil. And you can either drink it warm, you don't need no sugar or nothing like that. And you can just drink it. Yep. Drink the juice that are marinated in there. You can leave the little oranges in there. Or you can save them for later and put them back in the water and do the same thing again. And it's so good for you. Yeah. It's almost like
Oh wow. Okay.
it's almost like you're making orange juice, but you're not. You know, if you have any herbs in your house that you want to throw in there with the orange juice, that's fine. But make sure it's something that you're throwing in there that's going to pull out from inflammation. That's your main goal, is to stick to herbs that are working for inflammation and drinking.
What about mint?
Hmm?
Mint. Is that
Oh
what
yeah,
about mint?
yeah. And I grow that here. I apologize. You know, I keep on
I
saying,
have some.
I keep saying
So
sage,
yeah.
sage, sage, and I meant to say, oh, gee whiz. So mint is another one. Mint and parsley. We just had this conversation. So you can get a glass. You could put some mint in there, some fresh parsley, and some sliced up cucumbers, like a glass jar. Put some natural spring water. You can either boil it and put it inside your jar and let it get cool for the next day, or you could drink it warm. I recommend you drink it warm.
Okay.
I recommend you drink it
That's
warm, like
mint,
before bed. Before bed. Mint
mint, parsley,
and
and what
cucumber.
else?
Cucumber.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Because you know,
Okay.
disease live in mucus. So if your body's full of mucus and inflammation,
Yeah.
you are very susceptible to get the flu and anything else. You know,
Okay. And you say it'll be a good idea to just go a week without dairy?
yes, you can do it, and I
Yeah.
believe in you.
Okay.
You can try
Okay. And
portobello
that
mushrooms as meat. You can try portobello mushrooms. I don't recommend soy, but if you like to eat wheat, I don't recommend wheat tempura either because it all helps out with inflammation. That gluten, it messes with your belly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to recommend anything like that. It's not because I'm trying to convert you over to be an alkaline vegan. It's because I'm just telling you I know what's going to work best for you for a week. And the best thing
Okay.
for you is that just like if you like mushrooms, use it. But the idea is to not to drown your dressing, not to drown your food in dressing. You know, be mindful of it.
Okay.
If you like avocado, if you have a blender, make avocado dressing on Sunday. Meal prep for the whole week. You know,
Okay.
you can just meal prep vinegar with some oil, you know, and you can squeeze a beet or something, make some vinaigrette, whatever you want to do. You know, you can meal prep on Sunday, you know, and that'll help you stick to your routine for the week while you're working. It definitely will.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and going out to your friends and lunch and stuff is nice, but when your friends see you doing wellness, it always makes them think in their head, you know what? I must not be doing something right. Let me do what she's doing. Let me sit next to her and ask her what's up with her. You know, and it's always good to teach people what you know. You know, okay. Hello? Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
here.
apologize about that.
Oh, that's okay. I got children, grandchildren, so I know.
They don't understand the meaning of busy. They're like, yeah, okay, you belong to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. They just need mommy's attention for a minute.
hmm So it's just so imperative. Like that parsley, cucumber, and mint, that's really good. It's really good. And
Okay.
they're like, you
So
know,
should I should you said put it in what type of water?
you can just put it in warm, like you could boil it and like make it warm and then drink it, or you can just put it in cold water and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. It's still gonna
Okay.
taste like that, you know. It's called infusion.
Okay.
Like the same way that people charge loads of money for putting lavender and regular old oil and selling it to you. It's
Mm,
the same thing you're doing with your fruits and your water, your vegetables. It's the same
okay.
thing. You're just infusing your water. That's all. And this right here, no matter how, it's no copay on it. You get what I'm saying? This is medicine. Your food is your medicine now. You know, I promise you on everything that you are gonna feel amazing by not having the dairy in your body. It's gonna do something to you. It's gonna make you feel like, okay,
Okay.
I got this down pack now. I can go raw.
Okay. Nicole, I bought some went to a farmer's market last week and bought some turmeric, and I'm trying to figure out how to use that.
Now,
What do I
now too, we just had, I don't know if we had a debate. I don't know if it was an argument or what over turmeric in the group, and it was saying that turmeric and oil is the best way to take it. And they were saying, but other people was arguing the fact that they make the golden milk at nighttime, the hemp and the turmeric before they go to bed. So it has to be made with water. So they're mixing water with the turmeric and they're feeling fine. I'm saying, are you doing this for taste or are you doing this for health? That's my issue. So my whole thing is that
help?
if you're doing it for health, is that you get a pill maker and you make your turmeric pills, and it has to be 250 mg. That's just recommended dose, not me giving you a prescription. Just recommended dose is 250 mg daily. You know, you can't take 2,500 over 2,500 per week. You know, so that's why it's 250 mg daily of a lot of herbs. But you can put turmeric on anything. I make them the curry non-chicken chicken with the turmeric. I put turmeric on my face. I put turmeric on my yanni. I put turmeric on my feet. I mean, you can put it
Do
anywhere.
when you consume it, do
Mhm.
you need black pepper for it to absorb in your
You,
body?
and that's what we were talking about as well. You don't need black pepper. It helps out, but
Okay.
at the end of the day, it's like a astringent in it that blocks certain things for it to digest in the belly. This is why I'm saying, like, if you're going to use it with oil. Like, you can infuse your turmeric with turmeric oil. Like, you can take some
Okay.
grapeseed oil and put some turmeric in it and let it boil till it get hot. Once it cool down, pour it back into your bottle, your glass bottle they sell at the dollar stores and stuff like that. And now you have turmeric.
Yeah.
Now you have turmeric oil. You know what I'm saying? And you can go
Okay.
from there on how you want to use it. You can add pepper. Some people do. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying it really doesn't make a difference. You know, and
Okay.
you can actually go behind me and Google that, or like go to your library or something, and it's going to tell you the exact thing. So
Okay.
I need to put a blog
Okay.
about turmeric up. You know, because we literally just had this discussion this week in our vegan group. A vegan group that I'm a part of. I just joined it like a week ago. It's a really good group. It's called Vegan Soul Sisters. Let me spell it out for you. It's not our group, but I really like it, so I'm just gonna tell you the name of it. It's VEGANSOULSISTUHS. It's a really nice group. So.
I just joined that a week
Oh,
ago.
me
my,
too. Me too. Me too. We were in there.
yeah, my girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were on there. I don't know how I found it because I had my own group as well. And
Mm-hmm.
it's an alkaline group, but there's people in there that's not alkaline, but I think they feel scared to post about stuff. So I was like, oh, I need to find some sisters, you know, that's vegans, that's like me, like minded stuff. So I found a few groups that were for women. So I was like, okay, let me try this group. I said, please let it be a nice group. Please let it be a nice group. And I've been in there for a week and I haven't left yet. So it's a nice group.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
seems like it's nice.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
a really nice group. The admins and stuff, they talk to you like your people. They don't talk down on you. They don't
Yeah,
look down on you. They're not quick to block people. They want to know what's going on. That's just
right.
the recipe to have a good group right there. If you're quick to block
Yeah,
people and you're quick to take sides, then that's not a good recipe to have a good group. You know, and I've learned that
yeah.
having my own group. I've learned that you can't pick sides. You
Mm.
just have to be neutral. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right, right.
everything is a learning process. Everything's a learning process. Um, I think I covered everything. Okay, the golden milk, I covered that. Let me look at my notes. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just making sure. We covered echinacea already. We covered golden seal. Excuse me, no, we didn't. Golden seal is a root. It's been traditionally used for a long time, an herbal remedy for influenza. It's considered one of the most useful herbs ever. Golden seal, also hawthorn. That's like the number one, you know, that's a really good herb as well. But golden seal, and you can mix that with tonics and stuff like that. For like you can use it for laxative. It's an astringent, like I just said, tonic. Um, oxytoxic, excuse me, and it's a bitter. Is a bitter herb. Yep.
Yeah.
And is valuable treatments for disorder affecting the mucous membrane, such as sinus, lung congestion, swollen lymph nodes, glands, and fever. It soothes irritated mucous membranes and is used in herbal treatment for sore throat. Golden seal tinctures or tea are used as a treatment for sore throat. We just said that, but I just want to make sure I'm going over all my notes because me and you having our little side conversations. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
and everything. You know, I just want to make sure when people watch it, they're actually, you know, they're still getting what they need. And again, like you can use Bonset as well. That's Boneset. It's a treatment. You can use that with yarrow, elderflowers, cayenne pepper, and ginger. Yes, I use cayenne pepper on a lot of things. I throw cayenne pepper into my tea sometimes. I like spicy, but cayenne pepper is a powerhouse herb as well. Definitely.
Okay.
You know,
I'd be so scared to use that because I'm scared I might put too much, and
oh,
I won't.
well,
I got some though.
I
I
like
got
jerk.
some from the farmers market. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I like jerk. I like peppers. I grow my peppers. I can't wait to make some hot sauce. I'm doing we're trying canning this year, so we're gonna try to can everything I like that we're growing. There's so many tomatoes in my freezer right now. So I'm gonna wait.
Hmm.
There's still so many growing, so I can't. I said we're gonna start probably at the end of October. I thought we were gonna be able to start in the beginning, but there's still tomatoes coming in. So I said by the end of October, we're gonna be able to. Hopefully, I can at least get 2 dozen of tomato sauce and soup and stuff like that out of everything that we're growing. You know, and
Okay.
a bunch of maybe like 100 tinctures that can last us to April till spring come back around. We'll see. So you know, it's all about what you can do. Like you can even can food if you go to the supermarket, you know, or if you go to a wholesaler and buy it by the box load and say, okay, I'm gonna go home and I want to get my mason jars and I'm gonna can these, make my own pasta sauce for the whole winter. That's gonna help with high blood pressure because you know what's in it. You don't know what's in it to make it stay. Like in theirs, you don't know what's in theirs. You get what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
and that's the only thing you have to keep on reminding yourself. It's read labels. That's it.
Yeah.
I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, it's coming. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. One question.
Mhm.
When I do the wheat with no dairy, I mean, does that include eggs? Is it important?
So you're not having eggs, you're not having milk, you're not having cheese. You're gonna stay away from pasta. No gluten either. Stay away from
Okay.
all that stuff for 1 week, and it's not that bad. Because once you start getting your kale, your arugula, your romaine
Yeah.
lettuce, you're not gonna ever eat iceberg lettuce again a day in your life. It's not real. It's
I
GMO.
don't buy that no more.
Yeah, it's GMO and it's corny. It does nothing for you. If you
Yeah.
want to start buying things that's going to taste good, stop buying. Carrots are nice and dandy, but you want to start taking your herbs and you want to start getting things like peppers and onions and throwing fruit, fresh fruit into your salad. You know, things that you wouldn't have thought of. Oh, let me get a mango and slice that up and throw it in there. Or let me get an mango and eat it with the skin on. We eat our mango with the skin on in this house. You know, waste
Okay.
not, waste not, want not. Especially like if you're having like days where you feel like you might be hot, you can put it in the freezer before you go to work. Come home from work, you have a nice treat after like a half an hour when it sits out and start thawing out, and it's so cold and it's so good. Instead of buying a carton of ice cream, or instead of buying a water ice, you have fresh fruit water ice right there. Sorbet, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and this is why I really want to open up our restaurant, because it's like I have these ideas that I give to my clients that they actually use, and like when you hear me say that, it excites me, because I like people getting excited when I talk about food. I like that because it excites me. It excites me to keep on doing what I'm doing. So thank you. um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So right now I'm going to go down a list of herbs, but we're not going to break every one of them down because we're running out of time.
Okay.
So the first one is slippery elm. The second one is mallow. That's Mallo. The third one is marshmallow. The fourth one is eucalyptus. The fifth one is meadow sweet. The sixth one is licorice root. The seventh is ginger. I'm just going to just go. Then we have peppermint. Then we have lemon balm. Then we have blackberry, and you can use that as the herb, and you can use that as the fruit. Then we have red raspberry. That's so important. Then we have borage. That's Borage. Borage. Excuse me. Then we have catnip, and everybody always laugh when I say catnip, but humans can take catnip, and they should. Then we have sweet orange. Then we have sweet basil. I mean, you just went over basil. Any type of basil is amazing for you. Basil
Okay.
is, basil is so overlooked. I grow basil everywhere around my home. So basil is really good. You can just pick it and just eat it, and it's very good for hypertension. Um, we have styrax benzoin. So that's STYRAX space BENZOIN. Excuse me. Then we have bog bean. That's BOGBEAN. We have cinnamon, which we didn't even talk about, but you definitely could throw your cinnamon in with those oranges. Oh, and I know I have the sticks here, so you just throw them in there like whoop. Like if your house is smelling a little funny, like if you had to get together and your house smelling funny after you had to get together, you throw them oranges in the pot, or you just throw some cinnamon in the pot and let it boil. Woo, child, yes. And you can make your own apple cider as well. All these things help out with prevention of flu and cold and stuff like that, because you're putting all these herbs in your body and they're living in there to protect you. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? Then you have fenugreek. That's FENUGREEK. Then you have juniper. Then you have American ginseng. Then you have hyssop. I wanted to grow those this year. I couldn't find it, the seed. Then you have garlic. Then you have allspice. I know you heard of that before.
Yeah.
Allspice is very powerful because it's a bunch of mixed stuff together. You get what I'm saying? Then
You
you have
do okay now. Allspice. You talking about the in the can?
in the little thing that we would buy like for Thanksgiving when I celebrated it. I remember allspice as a child. I remember like,
Right. Right.
not
Yeah.
allspice, child. Like, all right, grandma. Dang.
I yeah. I got some of that because
Don't
my mom always kept it. So
right.
yeah.
Don't shake it too heavy in my sweet potatoes. Okay. Calm down. Calm down, granny panties. Like what? I'm sorry. Sorry. Jeez. That's give me my allspice. Give me my extract. Gee whiz. Um, then you have lavender. Then you have blessed thistle. We talked about blessed thistle last week on the other video. Excuse me. Then you have bergamot. Then you have nasturtium. The T's are silent, so I'm gonna spell it out.
Okay.
Nasturtium. I'm allergic to cats, so that's why I'm sniffling, not because I have a cold. Um,
Okay.
balloon. Do you have balloon flower? And you have bay laurel. That was a whole list of herbs, and I'm going to right now. I'm going to type in so you can get my blog right here, so you can get the blog, and I'm going to actually try to get the YouTube channel in here. Hold on, I'm typing in the chat so you can get it.
Okay.
I usually put it in the YouTube channel blogspot.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we have Sankofa's on Instagram. That's a perfect place to find me. Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll find me there, and when you click the link in the bio, you'll find the class within like the next hour. You have any questions for me when I'm typing this up? I can still answer you. I'm just not looking in the camera right now.
Um, I can't think of any right now.
So what are your notes from me that you're supposed to be using for this week?
Um, okay. Let me look. Okay, first of all, the mint, the parsley, and the cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to do that, and then I want to cut out, drink the water. Make sure I drink the water,
Mm-hmm.
and cut out all dairy for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And no sugar and all that. Um, and I got
There's this guy. You might like him. Let me write this down. His name is Ty. Is Ty space the word conscious, and the next word is kitchen. Now he has a channel. I don't have a cooking channel yet, but I do post sometimes. But I don't post as often as him to even give somebody my information. He has a cooking channel for vegans, and he cooks all kinds of stuff, and it's all good. Like everything he cook, it gives you benefits to your body because it's alkaline. He does mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, everything. So I don't know what your diet, what you like to eat, but it'll take you away from all that dairy, but it still make you feel like you're still having it. Like we use squash cheese here. Like we use squash cheese for macaroni and cheese, and they don't even know
what kind of cheese is that?
squash. We use a squash, and we just cut it up and we boil it and we put it in the food processor, and
Uh
then
huh.
we might add a little flavor to it, paprika, some cayenne, some Himalayan salt, different things to it, and next thing you know, the consistency is like cheese. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of different kinds of cheese you can use, but squash cheese is my favorite. When I'm making the macaroni and cheese for my daughter, because that's her favorite food, so we make that a lot.
Okay.
She thinks she's eating regular macaroni and cheese. I don't know if she's listening. But she thinks that's what she thinks. So, cause she's like, "Oh, I don't like the vegetable kind." I'm like, "Okay, Bells. All right, mommy got you. I'll get you the regular cheese. All right." Like, okay, right. And then there's this vegan cheese that come in a bag. It says vegan cheese, and I'll throw that on top of it. It's like shredded cheese, and I'll throw that on top of it, and she likes that, so it's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And that's all for that.
Okay.
Now, remember when you wrote down water? It's a gallon of water a day. You're supposed to ask your doctor, can you take burdock root? Because I don't know what you're taking for high blood pressure. And let me give you my email and put it here in the notes too, so you can see it.
Okay.
So you can contact me.
Okay. I got your Is it Sanko Fast?
Sankofa's. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm following you now on Instagram. Okay. Do you have? Are you on Facebook?
Yep, the same name. I'm everywhere with the same
Okay.
name. I'm not on Twitter. Excuse me. I'm not on Twitter or WordPress with that name. I apologize.
Okay. Oh wow, it's some good stuff on here on
Oh
your
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. I'm not as daily. Like a lot of people are like, so they want likes and stuff. So when I'm posting to be intentional. If that makes any sense at all. I wanted to have an intention. I want people to be able to learn from. I want people to be able to try these things. I don't want to just post it like, okay, let me get 2,000 likes, and it's like, what are these likes doing though? Are they helping anybody in the community? So I try to be more intentional when I'm posting things. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I'm not crapping on anybody else. They can do whatever they want to do. But for
Yeah,
our business, we're trying to grow something that's authentic, and we're just trying to stay in that realm of being authentic with ourselves. That's all. Um, that's so important to me because I don't want anyone to ever say, "Oh, you're fake," like because we've never been that. You know, very,
yeah.
very, very raw, but very respectful. Um. All right, so it's now 8:21, and it's still recording. It's a miracle.
Okay.
These apps are so funny because you had to time in for a certain amount of time for like an hour or something. We went over the hour, so um,
Oh, okay.
that's still good. I just want to know if you have any more questions. I type all my information there, so if you want to do a
So
consult,
where can yeah, for your services and the
right here,
prices? Where do I go to?
Facebook, Facebook book now.
Oh,
Where it says
okay,
book now, and then you'll get the prices right there.
okay.
Yep. And then you can make your own appointment and stuff like that when you want to do a consultation. Like if you can't do it right now, then you'll be able to book out. You can book out for a month, 3 weeks. I get people to book out. That's as far as I
Okay.
go though. I don't go far over a month because I don't know whether I have a client that's going to need me on a certain date, so I can't do it that far out.
Okay.
So, whew, okay. And right now, yeah, if you go to book now on St. Cofer's Naturals, then you'll be able to find that information right there. Um, and that's a wrap if you don't have any more questions for me. But
Okay.
don't forget to take down my email. Everything else right here, all the information is there. And I will try to get this video up as soon as I can. And right on Instagram in the link in the bio, before the end of the night, you should be able to click it and see it.
Okay. So, YouTube is listed under how you pronounce that?
St. Cofer's. Mm-hmm. St.
St.
Cofer's.
Cofer's. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Nicole, and God bless you. And I really enjoyed this. And
Oh,
I'll be getting in touch with you. You
oh,
know.
thank you so much. And don't forget to spread the word to any of your friends to join us next week for class and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. I can't wait to get off the phone because I was gonna, tell my girlfriend
Oh, well, thank you so
about.
much. I appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to you contacting me. You take care of yourself and let me know the day that you start. You let me know if you had to DM me, and I'm gonna ride with you throughout that whole week so you don't give up on yourself. And that's
Okay.
not no charge. I'm not gonna charge you for that. I don't charge people for stuff like that. If you're fighting for yourself, I'm gonna fight with you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
I try to be
Is my name showing up? Because my
yeah.
name is Bonnie. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
iPhone Bonnie. That's what it says.
It says,
iPhone Bonnie.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
I tell
I
you
don't know where
technology.
that came from.
Right. Technology, real news. You tell me you got an iPhone. I'm like, okay, I didn't even ask that much.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So, but I'll be joining your Facebook. Yeah, but my name is Bonnie A2. Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you. And
You
thank you
too.
for sticking in. All
All
right.
right. Thank you. Bye bye.